Well, for some people who don't consider Jon Jones the greatest of all time, they land on this man, and I think rightfully so in a lot of respects. Former UFC welterweight champion Georges St-Pierre, the man could truly do it all. We could talk about the jab, the offensive wrestling. For me, though, in modern-day MMA, this is the guy that made the takedown a thing of beauty.
Yeah, I mean, you watch Georges St-Pierre take the best wrestlers down. You watch him make the best grappler strike with him. He was ahead of his time. He was one of the best fighters we've ever seen. And it will be hard to replicate what he did as a welterweight champion. A two-division champion, one of the GOATs, Georges St-Pierre.
And a lot of fans maybe wondered back in 2007 after he lost to Matt Serra by TKO, how would he respond? Never lost thereafter.
Good job.
Hall of Famer Georges Rush St-Pierre enters the Octagon with his mind set on one thing tonight, that UFC championship belt. All right, so here he is, the biggest superstar in mixed martial arts history, former two-weight champion, the notorious Conor McGregor, and now, DC, the question beckons, in what form will we see Conor here in the UFC tonight?
You know, even if you're not the biggest Conor McGregor fan, even if you're on the opposite side of the Octagon with him, as I was when he fought Khabib Nurmagomedov, you still get excited about that. You still feel the emotion that comes with watching Conor McGregor fight, because you always understand that it is a massive moment in the sport. Conor makes a walk, the world tunes in, and we're all here for it.
And I know he spends a lot of time at the Black Forge Inn, but he also spends a lot of time in the gym, and he believes he is going to shock the world tonight with the level at which he is at. Conor McGregor's back at a big weight tonight.
Good job. Good job.
Conor McGregor, the sport's biggest superstar, has graced the Octagon. McGregor is ready to fight.
Good job.
All right, now let's get to our tail of the tape for this welterweight championship fight. All right, now for the main event introductions, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC welterweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Georges Rush St-Pierre. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, the notorious Conor McGregor!
Third party Mark Goddard will handle the action for this one. Ladies and gentlemen, this super fight of super fights is underway. Georges St-Pierre versus Conor McGregor. And this is a fight we would have paid premium to get in the building with.
Oh, absolutely, and that's why this place feels at the top of the arena is going to...
That's up!
Holy cow!
And still, the undisputed welterweight champion of the world.
And still is coming to become common. When you talk about this man, the expectation has been exceeded. And once again, he holds on to the UFC championship.
All right, to make this title fight official, here's Bruce.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mark Goddard has called a stop to this contest at 22 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, the notorious Conor McGregor!
All right, so Conor McGregor came in with one of the best knockout ratios in mixed martial arts history, and he adds to his knockout total here tonight.
I mean, Conor McGregor is a beast, and that left hand is a weapon of mass destruction.
All right, so here is Islam Makhachev. His future undeniably is in the Hall of Fame, one of the greatest lightweights of all time. No longer in the shadow of Khabib Nurmagomedov. Remarkable, the body of work he has put forth in the Octagon thus far.
It's so hard to beat Islam Makhachev because the expectation was on him from day one to be great. He's done it. He's done it time and time again. He's exceeded the expectation, and that's because he has all the skills. Great wrestling, great grappling, great striking. The man can do it all inside the Octagon, and that is why he will long be remembered even when he's done with the sport.
And of course, the late great Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov, not here, but front of mind for all of these athletes and coaches here tonight. Islam Makhachev, as usual, ready to battle as he tries to take home the title. Well, with respect to UFC 300, the Sphere Show, and anything else, there is nothing quite like a Conor McGregor pay-per-view. That is our reality tonight, DC.
The type of emotion that this man brings out of his fans, I don't know that we've ever seen anything like it. It's always an experience when the notorious Conor McGregor makes his way to the Octagon. But when it comes to the skills, he has A-plus skills across the board. He's got tremendous striking, he's got great cardio, unbelievable hand speed, and his boxing has jumped levels since preparing to fight Floyd Mayweather. This guy is absolutely world-class.
A lot of people don't like the word clutch in professional sports, but he seems to have that as well, an ability to rise to the occasion. We'll see if he can channel that prime form tonight in another big spot. McGregor steps inside the Octagon and is ready to fight. Our tale of the tape for this welterweight championship fight. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC welterweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Islam Makhachev. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending UFC welterweight champion of the world, the notorious Conor McGregor!
Dean's in the building. He is the third man in the Octagon tonight. I mean, how good is this champ? Islam Makhachev tracking to maybe go down as the greatest lightweight of all time, taking on the returning, the notorious Conor McGregor.
How much can Islam replicate what Khabib did to Conor McGregor? That's the point. That's the game plan. He's got to get forward and take him down. For as good as Makhachev is as a striker, he isn't the striker that Conor McGregor is.
Man, that patented Conor McGregor left hand still sharp as ever. Oh, massive shot gets through early. Must have been a good warm-up in the back.
I mean, he walked right in the back. Especially when it's this early in the fight. This man is landing brutal ground and pound.
Push up his head in posture.
Makhachev's trying to get a triangle submission here. Oh, compromising spot here. Oh, how good is that as he gets out?
That is great submission defense, keeping everything short and not allowing the opponent to get the submission victory.
And then he retreats. Oh, there it is. The story remains the same and still the undisputed welterweight champion of the world.
Just absolutely amazing. So many said that this guy would struggle, but now he has proven time and time again that he is the best in the world.
All right, it goes into the books decisively as a TKO due to ground strikes. Some replays for you now.
That's where he makes his money, right? He makes his money on the ground. He is a phenomenal ground and pound fighter, and that was on display tonight. He was able to get to his positions, land his strikes, knowing exactly which ones were going to be the ones that ended the night of his opponent. He gets the finish, and he gets it in fine fashion.
All right, to make this title fight official, here's Bruce.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean's called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 44 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by TKO and still the undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, the notorious Conor McGregor!
So Conor McGregor is back and in a big way tonight. The referee, the opponent, everybody had seen enough. McGregor, your winner by TKO.
McGregor just dominated. He dominated the fight. He was able to land his...
Well, she may not be the betting favorite here tonight, but there are a lot of people out there that believe this #1 bantamweight contender is the best 135-pound fighter on the planet. And at long last, she gets a chance to prove it.
She has told us constantly, anytime you are within range of her voice, she will tell you, I'm the best, I'm the champ, get me an opportunity. She gets that opportunity. And she has lived this week as if she believes everything that she says. She has been sure. She has been confident. And that is all rooted in her preparation, which to everyone that knows has been tremendous.
And both champion and challenger have a lot of skills, but this particular contender believes this is the best matchup for her in this top 5. We'll see if she can dethrone the queen. All right, so the top 10 in the UFC women's bantamweight division has never been deeper nor more talented than it is right now. And of course, they're all chasing the champion who gets back on the proven ground here in a big spot tonight.
You know, and she knows that she holds the belt in the division that's been around the longest. She replaces champions like Ronda Rousey and Amanda Nunes and Holly Holm and Miesha Tate. All these great champions that came before her, she carries that as if it's a medal of honor. To represent the history of this division in the best way. This woman is a savage, and she intends to keep that belt for a long time.
And in terms of muscle mass, body fat, I'm just not sure that she has ever been in the type of physical shape she is in advance of this title defense tonight. Well, so much UFC history has played out here at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Plenty more where that came from tonight. The athletes are ready to go. All right, now let's get to the tail of the tape for this women's bantamweight championship fight. All right, now for your main event introductions, the one, the only, Bruce Buck.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Bantamweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Yana Santos. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion of the World, Rowdy Ronda Rousey.
One of the best in the business, Herb Dean, is our referee tonight.
Ready.
All right, so here we are in Las Vegas, Nevada, inside the T-Mobile Arena. This has really become the UFC's home base here in Vegas since 2016, and you competed on that inaugural night. UFC 200 was a big one.
I got to stand across the Octagon from one of the greatest fighters of all time, Anderson Silva. But the roof was blown off at UFC 200. So many stars and legends competed on that night. I'm glad I was able to stand amongst them tonight. You get to make your mark in this great arena.
Man, she got her good with that uppercut. Oh, she lands a huge early shot, trying to send her to the promised land.
I mean, what a beautiful shot early in the fight. She put her on notice right away.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, spinning back fist out of nowhere.
Compromising position for her opponent. She's got her in the stack guard.
Oh, and with urgency, she is back up again. Well, she was a woman on a mission from the moment she hit that inspection zone, and she's really leading the dance here in round 1.
Everything seems to come together, John. It looks like she had a great warm-up. Her mind's clear. She is operating at a very high level.
All right, so she gets the early takedown. Now we'll see if she can find a sub, and that knee might have landed there. Well, striking disadvantage no more. Her opponent has recovered for now, but what a striking
John, we thought she would be better tonight. We did not expect that she would look like a world-class fighter.
Absolutely clobbered again.
This is absolutely crazy, J.A. She is getting destroyed out there. This woman, I believe she is the best. She's elite in everything, and she is still the UFC World Champion.
All right, so the ground and pound, the recipe for the finish here tonight, and once those shots started to rain down, the referee had to get in there.
Yeah, he had to get in there. It was a matter of saving her from her opponent. She needed to get someone to stop the damage she was taking on the bottom. But what a performance. I mean, hats off to this young lady for knowing exactly where she needed to be, getting there, and using it to get a victory.
All right, to make this title fight official, here's Bruce.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean's called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 23 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by TKO, and still the undisputed UFC bantamweight champion of the world, Rowdy Ronda Rousey.
The Bantamweight Queen retains her title here tonight, and a huge effort to get the job done. The belts are piling up at home.